The game changed, I'm here to restore order. New school and old school, I'm here to connect the border. Real hip-hoppers just trying to bring that feeling back. I'm a fan of the culture, so for real I be missing that. When you had to really rap, when you said you could spit a rap. Trash, you get nothing, if you hot, then you get it dap. Bronx the birthplace of the legendary genre. August 11 is the date, really you should honor. Important date, if you don't know about it, it's a problem. It happens to be the date that hip-hop was started. KRS-One said bring it to the cipher. Gucci rap, taking the war, that was fire. Rakim, I ain't no joke, was on the lineup. Jada and Nate Dogg.
Yeah, no doubt. This your boy, the Joke, the Overlook MC, back here on the Evening Rush Network. Right here, doing what it do. The Underground Lounge, another episode of the Underground Lounge, man. We here all across the board. Make sure you go ahead and download that app on evenrushnetwork.com, man. They have a lot of things on that joint, man. And be up to the DJ, the Fleet DJs is in the house in there with the radio and all that, man. Y'all go ahead and check it out and go ahead and get in tune, because we definitely is representing the culture in all genres, making it do what it do. But this platform here is strictly for the hip hop heads and producers and DJs and all that. And I have a fellow brother that's here is doing big things in the upstate. He's definitely an engineer, an MC, you know what I mean, a promoter and all that. He's also a content creator at his best, doing what it do. And he has an amazing, big event coming up on the 9th. We're going to talk about that, but we're going to have a good conversation here. And this is my homeboy from Syracuse, New York, ZAK G. What's going on with your family?
Thank you for having me, man. I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah, man, I've been seeing your content. I've been seeing what you've been doing. I've been checking it out, seeing it going viral on the reels and all that, man. We can talk a little bit about that cipher in a minute, because we'll get into that. Let's get into a conversation and let people know a little bit about yourself before you start doing this cipher thing.
Yeah, man. I mean, listen, I started out in the basement back in the day. I've been doing this for about like seriously 5 years now, but it's been the main artist, the ZAK G brand, focusing on that. I'm an artist first, an engineer second, producer third. I'm more of a collaborator when it comes to production, but I really got my engineer chops down this year. I record, engineer everything out of this home studio right here. I got my mic over here, speaker right behind me. I do it all down here, record other artists as well, record all my own stuff, and wanted to become self-sufficient. You know what I mean? It was very important to me because I didn't have a lot of the money. A lot of the money I put in was just to invest into the stuff that I have here, because I knew that would be more self-sustaining. So that's what I've been doing, man, and I've just been grinding ever since.
Yeah, man. I've seen you doing it, man. You definitely in your bag in this hip hop culture, man, and all that, man. Let's get into the conversation of what's going on with this marketing thing. We've been talking a little bit before we went live on things that's going on the internet, far as social media and all that. Give me your take in the past couple of years of the change of social media that you use to have everything you got going on growing in these platforms, man. And let me know the good and the bad and the ugly of social media that you've been through, trying to really engage and get more people to see your content.
Well, let's say this, man. I mean, everybody says TikTok, right? Like TikTok this, TikTok that. You got to get your content up there. The ugly is, man, I feel like my content looks good. I feel like I know my brand. When it comes to my following, people love it. But when it comes to having a viral moment, I feel I always have had a struggle with that. If there's anything that's the ugly about it, it's like you got to kind of mold yourself to this TikTok algorithm. And if you got to be like this trendy type of guy, if you're not that, then it takes a lot longer, and you got to be okay with slow growth. But that's what I've been really good at, is staying consistent, keeping the brand solid, making every content piece look good, engaging. And I really spent my time I used to be an artist first. Now I think I'm a content creator first, because it's the only way to make the artistry go in this day and age. Like, I don't think I could be artist first, because those guys aren't able to make it unless you have a team around you, which I don't. So that's the ugly of it, but there's good too.
You fooled me the way your content looking. Like I I'm a marketing manager, and I tell people all the time that your content gotta look like MTV, VH1, in that RAM. And when I see your content, it remind me of MTV.
Thank you. That's a
It gives it that MTV look, and I think that's not just what it looks like, but what you bring into the table to the artist, like the cipher thing that we finna get into that you got going on. What made you get involved to do this for the upstate? What was your motivation to do this and get inspired to do this?
Man, I mean, the one saying that kept coming to my head was opportunity. And if you don't have opportunity, you got to create it. And so I've been doing years and years of doing shows upstate. There's only so many like shows and opportunities for myself included. And I said, you know what? I can't be alone in this. There's got to be a lot of artists upstate that don't have shows, whatever. I was blessed to like network and really start hitting the ground running this past year with shows, but like it just takes long to build. And I went down to New York City. I started getting involved with this guy named Steve Wells. He was making ciphers and cipher content down there. He's Russ's videographer, and he was doing it for the culture down there. Down there, it's like normal. You know, you get it, everybody's coming, the community comes down, ciphers, like they happen in different spots. Upstate, not as much. And I said, you know what? This is the way to create opportunity. We haven't had a big event where all artists get together, network. And when I shouldn't even say artists, I should say creatives, DJs. Like we want every single creative to pop out. If you're an influencer, like come out, meet other people that are doing big things, right? I want it to be a creative hub. So it's like, yeah, the rappers are there. They're going to do their normal, thing on the beats and, come with bars. But like also we want this to be able to be a place where we can grow and we can meet new people and new opportunities. So you got to create it.
Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt. And that's a solid thing you got going on, man. Y'all definitely go ahead and check it out, man, and get involved what he got going on. I can see that it's going on September 9th.
Yes.
September 9th.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I have the information for everybody. I want to put it on the screen for you guys to check it out. Anybody have any questions for ZAK G? Put it in the comments. We'll post it up, and he can answer it right here. How do you feel about the new thing going on with? We just talked behind the scenes about the new AI connected to the social medias and all that. How you feel about that?
Well, what we were talking about, man, is if it helps me. Because it's noticing that I'm grinding and that I'm consistent, all my content looks good, and there's a cohesiveness with it, and it decides, okay, ZAK G's on his crap. Cool. Yeah. But if it starts to work against the human element and just the hard work and dedication, if you're putting in your blood, sweat, and tears, and you have really learned or supposedly learned how this game works, and it just changes everything up, and every month there's a different game to play. That's just it depends on how this goes, let's put it that way.
And like I was saying to you before, like the algorithm and the AI like brothers and sisters now, it seems like, because like I was telling you before, like you notice when you put your content up, it takes a minute for people to see it. And especially with music, I see a lot of people posting stuff up and saying music's not available. Because it goes through the algorithm, and then the algorithm passes it on to the AI, and then the AI does what it does to it, and then you will hear it, the music on your content. So if anybody that's using IG or you're using TikTok with music that's already connected to the engines of that platform, that's what's going to happen. So, and I thought it was a glitch when I first started doing it, and then I talked to my mentors, and they broke it down. No. AI is connected now, you know what I mean? And then I talked to another mentor. He was like, yeah, man, AI been connected since August 1st of 2023. And then, because I remember people always say, AI taking over, AI about to take over. And now getting this information from a couple sources of my mentors, AI is already taking over. It's already here. And you're going to see, I think once the data moves a little more, I think people are going to recognize it more. Especially using the AI apps. I think people that use the AI apps, it's going to benefit you guys. I don't use the AI apps. I'm in the process of probably using one. Do you use any AI apps? Have you ever used one?
I don't really, but I think it was Lupe Fiasco put up an AI app now that it can like help with songwriting and stuff.
Okay.
where
Okay.
it like you put in a word, it'll give you. I know there's already things that have been out there with rhymes, but now it'll give you rhyme schemes. It'll give you like a line that might have a metaphor. It'll have like 20 metaphors that you can choose from.
Wow.
It's kind of cheating in ways, so I don't want to
Yeah,
use
it
it
is.
personally. I don't believe in that. But at the same time, I see how you could use it for inspiration in a way. Like I see this line, oh, that's what AI thought of. That's cool. Now let me go off of that in my own world. I think that
Right.
that's cool. But then I think about like just the authenticity of what hip hop's supposed to be, and I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I checked out a couple. I don't know about. I didn't download. I didn't download no apps, but I think I used the from a website that had that you can use certain AI characters on there for free. I forgot the name of the website, but what I did was I went on there and checked out the graphic design because my wife is a graphic designer, and I was
Mhm.
checking out certain fonts that you could create fonts through AI. Like you could take two different styles of fonts and then put them together
Mhm.
and see
Yep.
how it looks. And that was an AI intelligence that was doing that, and I was like, that's crazy, But it was a tryout for it, and then once I tried it out, it was like, it cost this much a month, and I
Mhm.
wasn't ready for all that. That's when if I'm on my creative bed, I might use something like that, some graphic things in that nature. Because I'm
Mhm.
an artist too. I'm a painter. I design shoes and stuff like that. I'm a custom design shoe guy, and that's something I might use to maybe make me some stencils or something like that. But as far as just using it for like what you were saying with the lyrics and all that, they got the AI, like you said, voice. They got the AI word. They got the
So
AI
yeah.
everything.
So I actually I lied to you. I actually used AI Drake. I had a single come out called Disco, and I thought to
Yeah,
market it, I would do the Drake version of my song. So I took
yeah.
the lyrics and like flipped it into the AI Drake version of it. So
I think that's kind of cool, though. I think that's
yeah,
kind of cool. I think the artists don't like that, but I think that's kind of cool if you use it in the right way. If you want to use something like that, I would do a marketing campaign ad with it. I wouldn't just post it
yeah. I think it's
because
I think it's
I
like
think it's a waste of AI if you don't do an ad.
I think it's like doing it in parody, right? Like if you're like being obvious, like, okay, this isn't Drake, but if you're really trying to pass it off or something like that,
Yeah,
I think it's just a matter of how you do it too. You
that's
know what I
right.
mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But
Yeah, I would use it. Like I said, I would use it as a marketing campaign ad. I was going to I try to get that download. They wouldn't let me do it on my tablet. I didn't want to do it on my computer. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of shifty about that because I heard that some AI platforms you get viruses and stuff like that. So I was kind of shook about that. So I just said, let me go ahead and try it on my tablet, and it wasn't compatible for my tablet at that time. I don't know if it is now, but they said in the future it was going to. This was like a couple months ago, and I was going to use that AI app, and I was going to use it as a campaign ad for promotion of a song. One of my songs that I came out with because came out with an album called Wu Injection that I did with DJ Flipside from the Wu Tang affiliate DJ, and I was going to use. They had like the I think they had Lord Frenchburn, they had Kevin Hart, they have Barack Obama, Trump, all the voices and stuff that you can use. And I was going to use one of those as a campaign ad for the first single off the album. And I said, I'm not going to post it. I want to do it as a campaign ad and really capture people into the moment of the creativity of the song with the AI voice of the celebrity and do it like that's what I would use it for. If I'm just use it, I think if you use it just as a post, I think that's a waste of AI.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Because the algorithm are going to know that's not Barack Obama.
yeah. Oh
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
that's
And
fair.
it can pretty much flag your account doing
It's
that.
another reason maybe not to do it.
Right? That's why I would do a campaign ad to do it. So let the ad do the work, and I paid for it already. So that's going to keep the algorithm moving because I'm not just posting it. I'm actually reaching people to get engagement off it. And I think that's what the algorithm and the AI is all about. That's why they come together so good. You know what I mean? And I can see that's happening now since AI is connected to the meta now. So it's like, I can see that growth
Mhm.
coming. You know what I'm saying? Especially what you're doing. in your content. If you use AI intelligence to push what you're doing around surrounding areas of upstate, I think that will work good for what you got going on. What you're doing amazing without it. You know what I mean?
No, I appreciate that, man. And I feel like what helped for me is just lighting.
Yeah.
A lot of the times we disregard like how important lighting is.
Yeah.
And just like keeping things moving, like it just gets quicker and quicker every generation, every younger person that gets on this, and every time social media is just pushing things quicker and quicker. So it's like I've gotten really good at like short form content, like taking out every breath, every it's so important.
You to pull some out the bag. See what I'm saying?
Little
Talk
things.
about this all the time on this platform. Short form content is the best content in the world. Short form content will get you that bag.
Yeah,
real quick.
And also, do you know Sneak Vibing Blog at all?
Sneak Vibe, yeah, I know. Yeah, I follow Sneak Vibe, no doubt.
So they were the one that they're sponsoring the event. And the thing with that was collaboration with them. So what I did was a collab post with them, Aloft TV out of Utica, Dreamer Studios out of Utica, and I did a collab post because now you can do a collab post with more than one person. Right. So it was my personal page, I am ZAK G, the Bridge Upstate, those 3 accounts. That's 5 accounts with 5 different audiences and reaches, as well as the content being that good, looking good, quality video, short form, fast pace. I think all those things together made it so crazy. And that's when you got over 1,000 likes, over 350 shares. Now I'm getting almost people out of upstate New York because I'm getting comments like, hey, can we come if we're not in New York State? I'm like, no, this is not for you. you know, like at least now, but that goes to show, like, why don't we put a cipher on for Northeast or for America?
I mean, I wouldn't tell them not to come. I would tell them to come to and support upstate New York.
You're right.
You know what I mean? I think
you're right.
Because right now Buffalo, upstate New York in Buffalo is definitely the peak of the industry right now. I have a lot of friends in the industry that we talk, off of being live here, and a lot of them say that they go to a lot of these different companies and these meetings and these Zoom meetings and these walking these big places in corporate America. Buffalo in upstate New York is number one. They're looking for talent of all different tiers. From acting to modeling to music to hip hop to producers, film writers, creators. You know what I mean? Engineers, filmmakers. I mean, I keep going, and they be number one all across the board. And I'm like, so what you got going on? And the people outside the jump off say, yeah, well, you can get involved. Yeah, you can support. You know what I mean? Come on out. Why not? You know what I mean? Because you're bringing money to the economy in around those areas. Because they got to get a hotel room.
Yeah. Nah, you're speaking facts.
You know what I mean? Yeah. They got to get a hotel room. They got to go eat somewhere. You know, they got to go to the grocery store out there to get something to eat. They got to go to McDonald's to get a burger for lunch. They got to go to Denny's out there for breakfast. So it's like you're bringing something to the economy while you're building something that's free for the culture that you're bringing. That's the genius part about it. And then your content is just like, when you look at your content, it's MTV. That's the first time I seen your content. I was going to use your content as an example to my marketing students.
I appreciate that.
I was like, if you want content to look like MTV, this is what I'm talking about.
Thank you.
Lighting, the colors, the high resolution, the text that you had in front of you, to where you didn't overwhelm the text around you. You just put it right in front of your face. You in front of your face with the mic. This is what it is. No shortcuts. I'm not capping. This is what it is. Boom, and then you out the way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the best content ever.
Thank you.
Let me ask you this and see if you agree with me. And you probably will in the way you probably not. But I'm gonna say it anyway.
Sure.
Do you think a lot of these artists should stop doing full videos if you don't have a fan base?
You mean full videos as in like music videos?
Music videos.
Well, it depends on how much they're paying for it, who they're doing them with. I think that if you do them, take them and then cut them up into small reel content pieces. You use it as like, now you have 6 like reels to promote it, and then you have the YouTube link in bio. So now you can become cross-platform. So now you have your followers not only on Instagram but on YouTube. So it's an excuse to build up this other channel that I think both have a lot of value in this day and age. Still, YouTube is still very important. I know we always talk about Gram and TikTok, but that's when you put that. And now you should be thinking like, all right, which one of my buddies like really believe in me? Like, let's start doing documentary and vlog content also on the YouTube. So now that you're bringing value, not just with the music videos, but now you're getting like behind the scenes looks. Now you're getting you creating songs, which I've been starting to work on now too. And lots of this game, right? But that's where I think music videos are dope, especially because if not everybody uses streaming platforms, right? Spotify, Apple Music, whatever. Some people are like, I'm just going to go on YouTube and look up the song. And if you look up the song and there's a music video first rather than just the album cover that comes up, it's just more impressive on YouTube, I think. And like YouTube algorithm likes it more. When you Google a song, the first thing that comes up is the official music video. So I think from all those things, I think it depends. It's just like money wise, like, can I afford it? Am I going to be able to just like shoot this on an iPhone and be creative enough and intuitive enough to edit it to make it look good? Or am I going to pay $1,000 for this music video? And I really haven't built any type of following. At that point, it's not worth it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's right. It makes sense. Listen, I never thought of it that way. I brought it to a different perspective on it. I was telling a lot of artists is, you can do two or one things that I'm gonna bring up. What you just said with the 6 pieces of content, 7 pieces of content of the video. That's one concept I brought to them. But the second one is do half a video. And then at the, if you have say you have like a 3-verse video, you can use them 3 different verses for 3 different videos, but it's the same song. So what I would do is I would do the hook. If the hook's first, do the hook in the verse. Do it like a regular video, but do your, what I'm saying, your scenes come in and out, your angles, your lighting, everything. But then at the end of that verse, fade it out and say to be continued.
Yeah, now you're creating a storyline.
Yeah,
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So then the second video, don't use that same content. Use a whole different concept to where people are going to think it's a whole different song, but it's the same song, but different content. For example, if you got a song about a girl that you dated, that you love, the first thing could be, on that verse of you just meeting her and all that. But then the next video, on the second verse, it could probably be y'all walking in the mall. She got a whole different outfit on. You know what I mean? You got a different outfit on. It's a different type of scenery. You got more scenes of y'all that's probably walking to, Niagara Falls or whatever it may be, them scenes. And you making it in a whole different look. But it's going right into the hook, into the second verse. So people's digital mind data is going to say this will sound familiar, but it don't look familiar.
Yeah.
So now they want to be in tune. That's going to help people stay on listening because they're going to they're still trying to think where they heard this song from because they remember the first video you came out with.
Yeah.
Which was the same song, but a different piece of content.
Yeah, man. I like that. I also think the important thing to think about too is not everything has to be a polished music video. You can do a lot of shit in the sense of like,
That's right.
A lyric video, you can set your phone up with a tripod, hit record, just like do a little performance video of you like rapping the song, turn it off. It's just the verse, like you said. You know what I'm saying? Right. But then you put some lyrics on top of it. And that's it. And you do that in different environments every single day. You can do that 40 times, whatever. You can create a story. Like the first 5 seconds, you're like, I produced this part of the song. Listen to this, boo boo, and like here's the song, and then it drops. You know what I mean? Like there's like little things like that, right? That work great on TikTok and Instagram, YouTube Shorts, not fully on like. So there's just different creative ways to promote songs that we don't think about. Reaction videos, you know what I mean? I'm like, or like, you know, so your friend opens this door of the studio, you got like you and your 5 buddies jumping around, going crazy, and you're like out now. It's like little things like that where it feels like whatever you're performing it live at something. Like there's just so many ways, man. There's so many ways.
Yeah, you know, and that's pretty much what I was getting at when it comes to like chopping it up with different sceneries and that short form content of that music video, because you'll get more engagement of people. Like you might get one whole video and you might get say 100K people views that first week. But when you chop it up, what you're talking about, what I'm talking about, you could probably get 100K each one the first week or even more, because now people are going to go back. Especially because now, especially YouTube, you could put, if you want to see part 1, you could have it edited to where they can click on a link on the screen to go in this case they didn't see the first one. So that's going to bring more engagement, more views, brings more paper. So especially if it's monetized, like, you know what I mean? That's nuts. That's bananas.
Amen.
Right here. Yeah, we got ZAK G. Shout out to La Familia Entertainment from Buffalo, New York. Doing a thing, man. Shout y'all out, man. Appreciate y'all. This is ZAK G, the creator of what he got going on. He got so much things going on. It's right here, man. ZAK G, hip hop artist, engineer, producer, and a founder of Bridge Upstate, which he got a main event coming on the 9th. I need everybody that's an artist, go ahead and check that out. Upstate Cypher, September 9th at 4 p.m. The address right there in Syracuse, man. It's a free event, so come out and support, show love, enjoy the 50 years of hip hop, man. We still celebrating and show love of what's going on, man, and have a good time and have fun. You know what I mean? That's the main thing. Have fun doing it and support at the same time, man, and all that, no doubt. So we're gonna take a break real quick, this commercial break, and we'll be back to talking about more about the cipher. Now we're gonna talk about our top fives and talk about the history of hip hop and marketing when we come back, man. This is your boy, the Joker, the Overlooked MC. We here on the Evening Rush Network, making it do what it do. So we definitely appreciate everybody tuned in and showing love on all the platforms. We all over the world right now. You know, we on Spotify, we on iHeartRadio, and we on Shade 45 and all that. So appreciate everybody tuned in right now. No doubt. Let's go right into this break, and we will definitely be right back. This your boy, the Joe Over the Team. I'm ZAK G. No doubt.
Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl, Chrissy, here to let you know that the Evening Rush Network now has an app. Yes, an app, you guys, so you can stay connected on the go and watch all your favorite podcast shows. You can download the app at Google Play Store or Apple iTunes. So spread the word. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Also, if you're looking to start a podcast and really don't know how, well, hit us up at the Evening Rush Network at gmail.com and inquire about time slots, pricings, and everything you may need to get started. We got you. Join the winning team, the Evening Rush Network. And also, download that app. What are you waiting for? Get to it.
We trying, man. I see we out here. 716 is live.
Yo, shout out to 716 Live, man. Keep rocking on. You heard me? Yeah.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Vet Green. Listen, we are live right now on 716live.com radio. Make sure you are hitting us up for the morning show every Monday through Friday. That is right, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right on 716live.com. Make sure you hit that radio button once you get there and give us a call, okay? Love ya.
If I'm an artist watching our show, how does one person figure out who their fan base is and then market to them effectively?
I think in order to market, you have to understand, number one, you must know the definition of the word. 2, you must know how to use that word in a sentence. And 3,
love you.
I'm going to market could mean that I'm going to the grocery store.
This guy.
What does the term market mean? What is the stock market? What does market mean? Does market not mean to make money? So in order for me to make money, I have to be specific. Hence, what does the definition of marketing? Can you use it in a sentence? If you can use it in a sentence and you understand the meaning of it, then you understand the context of it. So in order for you to market, that would have to be specific. You cannot be specific if you don't have access to your information. Episode 1, cheat code 1. I don't care who you are, what team you have. If you cannot open the hood and look underneath and know what you are looking at, you don't know if your car can win the race. You hope it will win the race. You believe that if you get enough stickers on the outside of the car, it'll win the race. You believe that if you have the same gas as Dale Earnhardt and Ricky Bobby and the rest of these guys, that you will win the race. That's what you believe. Do you understand what marketing is? And that's what separates 99.9% of the people from the ones that aren't. If anybody can do marketing, there wouldn't be need for marketing agencies. There are people that are masters at marketing. You have people like Ogilvy, who was considered to be the godfather of marketing, the guy who took the Volkswagen Bug and made it a symbol of American freedom. I want you to think about that. This is a man who given the world some of the greatest marketing concepts. One of them is the only product that sells is the one that's advertised. How do you advertise if you don't know who you advertising to? So to not to correct you, but to put that comment on the right path, promotions is, hey, I'm over here. And marketing is, hey, you in the black hat, I know what you like. I got what you want. And in order for me to be able to do that, I have to have the information. So that's why I say it takes about 6 records to get your mapping right. That's why she says it takes about 18 months of consistent releases. Figure out a way that you can where you can hang your hat, but you're going to have to hang your hat, whether it's a song a week, a song every 2 weeks, a song every 3 weeks. You know that it takes at least 4 staff of at least 5 people. That's at least 20 people all working independently to help one person achieve one goal. All of that requires information. None of those people wake up in the morning, come to the office, and do what they think has to get done.
Yeah, no doubt. It's your boy, the Joker, the Overlook MC. Yeah, them was my mentors right there, man. You know what I'm saying? Kingpin, Wendy Day. You know what I'm saying? They keep me on tap. They keep me on everything that's going on with some marketing and all that. I'm back with my boy, ZAK, who's put together an amazing thing he got going on with the Cypher coming your way for the upstate and all that. When it comes to marketing, ZAK,
Yes, sir.
That's a whole different conversation. A lot of people get that mixed up with promo, and that's different. They're similar to the same, but really not. It's not. But I think a lot of artists and business owners have a hard time with this digital world, with digital marketing, because at first, in the beginning, when I first learned marketing, a lot of people wasn't posting enough. And then once we got locked down during the pandemic, then the posting got really crazy, and then that's when everything transitioned. When my mentor said, now promo is just radio spins and posting.
Yep.
You know what I mean? When you market, what are the things that you do to market to reach your audience?
To reach my audience, man, I mean, it's just staying consistent with the posting.
Yeah.
It's doing that. It's posting not just as a reel, but it's posting as a story. It's sharing it to a DM. It's DMing people and letting them know the details. It's tagging people in those things. It's responding to comments.
Right.
All these things are super important when it comes to social media specific. But then there's email marketing. There's, literally hitting up people straight up on a text. You know what I mean? So all these things.
All the points that I be hitting, man. You're hitting all the points, man. Your game. But at the inbox thing, only time I inbox people if I know that's my audience. There's a lot of people that inbox inbox as a spammer, and I
No,
say,
not
yeah, know your audience, know the people that know their energy and their vibration and what they're doing on social media. Did inbox them. I know a lot of people be spamming with that part, so I try not to tell people to go to inbox, but I see what you doing with it because you bring in. Plus, I could see as looking at your content. When you do put it in the DM, it's going to look like an email. So, you know what I mean? You're going to give them a good piece of good content just by looking at your content. Like I said, it look like MTV. Like, you know, like you can get a job at MTV with that content. That's crazy. That's one of the best piece of content that I've seen in a long time on IG. And I work with 5 different IG pages. And, you know, and I see a lot of content every day. I see thousands and thousands of content every day. But that's a piece of content that you did. That's exactly what I'm talking about when I tell people about, you know, make sure, you know, saying, you know, I'm not telling people to bite what you got going on, but have an idea of how it's supposed to look.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah, man.
How long did it take you to understand the marketing concept when you first got into social media?
A while. I mean, it wasn't overnight. I remember I was watching like Gary Vee talk about marketing a while back, like trying to figure out the game, just like YouTube searching things like, how the heck do I get this thing going?
Yeah.
At first, you're not really marketing. You're just creating things and you're just like praying or like thinking that it's just going to go somewhere. And then you realize it's not, even if it's quality. And then you start realizing, oh, there's a little game I got to play. Oh, I got this audience. Oh, there's these using ads. And like you said, man, I think you made a super important point about not spamming people. And I need to clarify that. I send in the DM when I'm like, this person is going to get value out of this post.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean every single post I'm hitting that same person 20, 30 times with every post. It's like, oh, this one post, I was like, nah, I know this person. They came to the top of my head for a reason. I know that they're going to get value out of this. So
yeah,
it took me a long time. I feel like I'm just scratching the surface with marketing at this point. I still feel like there's so much to learn. There's vast majority of it. So
I feel the same way too. And I've been doing it for a while. And the only reason I say I think I'm scratching the surface because of the AI movement is here. And I'm like, now I'm really in my creative bag and I'm in my doctoring of what I need to be doing. I'm definitely into my demographic now more than anything now. But I think the artificial intelligence is definitely the demographic part of it. I think the algorithm is the audience part of it and the increase of the insights of what you got to be doing. And I think that works good together. And I got to keep that on top of my head that they're working together, but they still different. And I know when I do creative, because I do editing myself, but now I'm like, okay, you know, I want to do this for the creative side. It, you know, it takes a lot of time because I'm a real creative dude. But also, I've learned, like they say, there's no such thing as shortcuts. But then one of my mentors, matter of fact, Pippi Ken, the guy with the long hair on the video on the commercial,
and I've seen some of that stuff on TikTok too. By the way, these guys are serious stuff.
Yeah, he said I was in a Zoom meeting with him, and he was like, "It's a shortcut, but it still worked." He said the one thing he put, you know, I'm gonna bring this to the table. This is a free 99 for everybody that's tuned in, or listening on the radio, or listen to iHeartRadio, whatever y'all listening to. Don't be afraid to take people's content and create on top of it. And he said that will bring the algorithm is going to bring people because that content that you grab is going to be affiliated with you some way because you're similar to the same. You're not going to if you're into like me, I'm a boom bap artist. So why not take a boom bap piece of content that maybe shout out to Miss Price, Sean Price's wife that I follow. She followed me. She was on my show. And I might take a piece of content with her that she posted with Sean Price. I might use that as to represent Underground Lounge. Now, she was on the Underground Lounge. We played Sean Price music on Underground Lounge. So I can use that to market and promote what's next coming up or what specials I got going on for the Underground Lounge. So I'm taking that piece of content, trying to find a piece of characters into the IG with my information on it. Then I might take that piece of content and do an ad to reach the content that I know my audience on. that's going to feed them into what I got going on to all my boom bap creators and the boom bap community. So them the type of ideas that I did that he told me to do. Don't be afraid to take other people's content like I did with your content. I took your piece of content, put up that you're going to be on my show, and use that same thing, and that brought a lot of people to look at it because of I took a piece of content, add my creativity on top of it.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And it kept the audio because the audio makes sense because now I'm marketing what you're doing and I'm marketing the brand of the Even Rush Network and the Underground Lounge. So that's one of the things that Pimpin' Ken had put in my ear. Like, don't be afraid to take other people's content and create on top of it. That's what it's there for. It's there for them. It's open for you to take it. It's a reason why Instagram did that. You know what I mean? If Instagram didn't want you to do that, then it would be a copyright claim on your page that nobody can take that piece of content.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
It makes a lot of sense. It's
Yeah,
not.
how
It's
you-
not.
how you
It's not
feel
music.
about
It's not music owned by Warner Records, and they're gonna flag you for copyright. That's a little different, right?
Yeah.
Right. You could do that, and then it's just like it's public. Everything on there is public. Yeah.
Everything. He said, use it. He said, why not use it? He was like, Joker, why not use it? It's there in front of your face. You can do that. You know what I mean? If it fits what you got going on, and it fits the demographic what you got going on, use it. All they can do, it can work or don't work. That's all it's gonna do.
Yeah.
It's not gonna hurt you. It's not gonna kill you. You're not gonna get cancer in the morning because you did it. It's there for a reason.
Real.
You know what I mean? And then IG have a different character that you can search for, action motion characters that you can use to give it that showmanship. You know what I mean? So these are the type of things that I teach people in my marketing class that they can do that people don't use, and then they wonder why they don't have a fan base. They wonder why they're not excited on their page. And people, when I was on your page, I was excited to go to your page.
Man.
I went back to see if you have another piece of content. Just didn't show up on my feeds, and I missed it because I was so excited to see that piece of content.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the type of things I'm trying to bring to the table to teach people.
For sure.
You know what I mean? And all of that. And I can see you got that in you, man. Pause.
Hopefully not.
You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about the cipher, man. How many people signed up?
Mhm.
I mean, do you know some MCs on there that's already signed up that you looking forward to see?
So here's the thing: we have a fill out form in our DM.
Yeah.
And that isn't really representation of who's going to come. So we don't have really a good gauge on it because we told people it's optional, but it's like once you get there, you got to make sure by the end of the cipher you had filled it out, because when we do put the content, we want to put your IG handle and like you have up here when a rapper's on the page, where you're from and your handle and your artist name comes up. So people can be like, oh, this is that artist. I want to find them. Boom. That's what's really important about this cipher is we want to make content out of this. The Bridge Upstate now houses all this. So if there's 150, if there's 200, whatever artists, it's like everybody gets a chance to rap. Everybody gets their 60 seconds in front of the camera. If they can, and then it's like 150, 200 reels I get to post of all these artists and put them all on, and it becomes a beautiful community where now the community gets to decide like, these are the artists that we really like. And so I'm already thinking past that of how this whole event becomes content, right?
That's right.
That's what it's centered around. So unfortunately, the list, it's gonna be a work in progress. We don't really have a gauge, but it could be at this point, it could be anything. And we're marketing for it. Like I said, we have pull in Syracuse and Utica mostly, and now that it's blown up in Buffalo, there's going to be the 3 main cities.
Yeah.
But it's there's kids from Ithaca that are hitting it. There's I mean, it's just all around at this point, man, and it's just going to keep getting bigger if we keep staying on the trajectory that we're on.
Yeah, because I checked out the instrumentals that you had the instrumental list, and what made you come up with those instrumentals, man? Because you hit all different styles too. That's what I liked about it. You hit all different styles. That if you a drill rapper, you got this beat. If you a boom bap, you got the you know what I'm saying, the Benny joint. You know what I'm saying? It's like you have different joints, man. What made you come up with the instrumental layout?
So what's beautiful about it is it was crowd participation, and it was
Okay.
early on. So me and my DJ, we got on live. It was me and him on IG Live. We're talking it out. And the people that were following us at that point also had some input. They say this one, and me and him would kind of break down. Does that fit? And we'd be like, well, we need some versatility here. We need this beat. Oh, we want to do 10 Crack Commandments. Well, of course, that's a classic Biggie beat. But then there was like other things like Still Tippin' was a conversation piece. That's not one of the beats, but like I'm like, well, we kind of already have that covered in between 10 Crack Commandments and Lean Back. Now we need some newer age. Oh, let's throw a Drake beat on there, and then let's also give them the trap, hot, Young Thug type beats for like the newer age sound. But it's also kind of like a trap, new age classic in some ways too. So we were very, very intentional on trying to get the vast array. So it's like you're coming with this style, this style, this style. It doesn't matter. We got you covered, but still trying to make it feel hip hop at its core. And that's why, you got all of them.
Yeah, that's fire right there. That's right. Yeah, that's definitely. Yeah. I had to put that little joint in there, man. That joint, that's sick. Because I definitely would definitely do a freestyle on that Benny joint. Because that's he go a friend of mine. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Buffalo. He's from almost the same block. You know what I'm saying? He knows my niece very well. And he's got people. You know what I mean? His mom know me better more than I know him, because he was a young man when I was around coming up. But and his brother, Machine Gun Black, rest in peace. But his mom know me very well, and my dad. So when when his mom see me, she always give me a hug and show love. So shout out to Benny the Butcher, man. And he definitely doing his thing. And he just signed another Buffalo artist, a group that I've been around for a while, that I helped their career when they was younger. And they call it Fire and Ice. 2 females, man. They good MCs. I'm real close to their dad. Their dad passed away, rest in peace. But now they're with BSF now, and they got a new single coming out this week, and coming out of BSF. So shout out Fire and Ice. Yeah, check them out. Check them girls out. They on the chain. They live in Atlanta, but they from Buffalo, and they definitely coming strong. And I remember them girls when they was 13, 14 years old. Now they 25, 26. Grown
That's
women
great.
doing their thing, still together, doing their thing for the love of their dad. But yeah, I'm a Buffalo cat, Buffalo kid cat. Grew up in east side of Buffalo. Been rhyming since I was 13. You can, everybody know that's on here that's watching. You put in the Joker Overlook MC across the board. If hip hop head, you don't just put MC, you spell it out the way Rakim spell it out. You know what I'm saying? That's hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So you can definitely check out what I got going on with that, and I got some flavors. I definitely would love to try to make that joint, man, and do what it do, and definitely put my spin on it. You know what I mean, and do what it do. What other projects you got going on? Are you just sticking with the cipher? Do you have any new tracks coming? Because I see you have a lot of performances on your content that you did so many shows. You know what I mean? What you got going on?
Yeah, man. Listen, I mean, first and foremost, I'm ZAK G. I'm a rapper.
I'm
I'm a rapper, singer, rapper, like hybrid, kind of whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm opening for Waka Flocka. That's the new thing. September 29th, I'll be doing that. I perform in Lemoyne College, Syracuse University. A lot of the places in Syracuse, I've been really busy with just hitting the ground hard with that and curating my own events. I did a thing called Disco Night a while back. Now it's this Cypher, and I'm realizing like this is kind of my movement, but I stay consistent. I just had my single Done Up come out last month. Okay. That's around 20,000 on all streaming platforms. Check out Done Up. It's it's got the drill hi-hats. It sounds like a drill song, but it's also like I'm singing falsetto on the hook. It's got like this pop to it, but also it's got this little grit of the hip-hop verses. It's just a whole different type of experience. So check out Done Up for me and let me know what you think, man.
I think I heard a couple of you. I don't remember the tracks, but I heard a couple of joints. And you remind me of a Mac Miller / Post Malone type of, what you got going on. Yeah, you definitely.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
listen,
that's fire. And I was like, I said, this dude here got something going on. Upstate's on fire, man. You know what I mean? And
Mac Miller right there.
Yeah,
so he's one of my goats, man. Like I think
he's no doubt. I live in the city. I live in the city where you from. I'm in Pittsburgh right now. So yeah.
Oh, well, there you go, man.
Yeah. I'm right there. I go through his hood all the time out here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? His hood and the Wiz Khalifa's hood and all that. You know, so yeah, I've been out here for about a month and a half now, going on 2. I used to live in the West Coast, in Albuquerque, New Mexico, for 2 years. I've been traveling now for the past 4 years. So, well, a little longer than that though. I've been traveling for a minute from from the early 2000s to late 90s, from Atlanta, Charlotte, and all that. And I hit every part of the United States, but a couple of joints. I didn't really hit California yet, in Vegas area yet. When I was in Albuquerque, that was my goal, but we never had a chance. But I still on the bucket list.
There you go.
Yeah, but any other part of the United States I've been through, did some things, performed and all that good stuff. Like I said, my last album I came out with January this year, the War Injection with DJ Flipside. It's called War Injection. You could definitely Google that. Let me know what you think. I'm definitely gonna check out your joint too because I love what you got going on, and just off your content, I'm definitely gonna check out also your YouTube and all that too. So I'm definitely gonna see what you got going on because I know you got some videos.
Yeah, man, and I'll be honest, I've edited some of those videos myself too. So just to flag, I'd be working out here, man. I'd be working.
Yeah. So you mix and master all your stuff.
I'm the last project, I think for the last couple years I've been mixing, mastering my stuff. There's still some tracks in there from earlier on that I didn't. But yeah. All my recent stuff, I'm very hands-on with that, and I almost don't want anybody else to touch it. I'm kind of a control freak in that way, and I like to learn too. I'm I want to be able to know how this whole process works, and then it's if I know this, now I can provide value to other people as well, give insight, even if it's not getting paid, because I love watching other people grow, but also can help support myself monetarily, because you got to find a way to make ends meet in this music business, man, especially early on. So.
That's right. That's a fact. That part right there. I did engineering for a while. I did it when I was down south. Had the programs, learned a lot, but then after a while, after I left, I figured that wasn't my cup of tea, but I'm still educated in that area. So when I do be around engineers and creators and I'm in the studio, I have certain ways that my music is going to sound, like certain things I know, certain plugins and stuff like that. So from doing that, but I leave that to the engineers. I did a pretty good job. I don't think I did. I think in the beginning I was kind of terrible, but then after a while I really learned quick. I'm a fast learner. And
yeah, man.
Yeah, I learned real quick on a lot of things, man. And I was like, man. I said that engineering, that's some work right there, man. I take my hat off for a lot of you cats, man, because people understand that people want these freebies and stuff. That work right there, that's labor, dog. You don't understand what they go through in that studio. You don't think they just pressing buttons, dog. That's really a skill. That's really a good ear and a skill at the same time.
Yeah.
You can have an ear but don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, and I think the other thing is coming from an artist perspective, now I'm going to also not only be listening to the mix, but listening to the rhyme schemes, listen to the lyrics, listen to how you're delivering things. And I think I also bring value beyond an engineer, because I'll also be like, hey, I feel like these lines are a little corny. You could do better in this part. Or I think you need to say this part harder. This is the part where you gotta punch.
Bring some personality. I love being in a studio with a producer, because they'll bring light to the life into your song. There's a guy named Dark out there in Indianapolis that I recorded. He was real good producer. I love him, man. He was like, you bring a lot of, you have personality on your punchlines more. And he was like, you're doing a good job, but I think you should do it like this, say it like this, if you're saying getting a drink of water, make the personality like your throat is dry, like you want a drink of water. Give it that, you know what I mean? And that's dope. That's dope. And I'm always loving producers. I hate going in the studio just for that person to go in and just record, because I've been in the studio in Albuquerque where he just records and let you do what you do. And if it wasn't for me knowing myself as being in the booth and recording, it wouldn't have came out right the way I wanted to, because he didn't even bring no input on how it sounds. He didn't bring and he just let record. He gets paid for the mix, master it, and let you do you. And I don't like that. I like to actually go into a studio where there's a producer there that actually coach me through certain things that I have to say this better, change that line. It's too many words, take that out. You know what I mean? Say it like this. You know what I mean? I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. You know what I mean? And that's why that's dope to how you don't do those things, man. And I think that a lot of artists that I hear lately need that. I don't think a lot of artists that's doing it on their own have that. They have good music, good sound. We have a Spotify playlist that's amazing. The #1 playlist, Spotify playlist, indie artist playlist in Upstate right now, 716 Live Radio is the name of the playlist. And I hear a lot of those artists on there that have that, and I hear a lot of them that don't. I can tell by listening to the music, like, it's hot joint, the beat sound, I like the hook, I like what we did here, but these first 4 bars, it could be, it's hot the way he wrote it, but he could have said it, make it a little more hotter. You know what I mean? It's like certain things like that I catch since I've been learning how to produce and stuff like that. And I know you hear a lot of that too. And a lot of people do, especially independent artists. You know what I mean? What do you see the independent artist is going to be in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, I think independent artistry is going to start taking over. I see the labels kind of not being able to find the next big thing. I mean, we're still kind of talking about J. Cole and Kendrick and Drake and all these guys that are, the goats of now. And there's no one really like taking their place of like, you got your every once in a while's coming in, like these different styles of things, but they don't end up. The problem is, R.I.P. Pop Smoke, R.I.P. Juice WRLD, R.I.P. all these dudes that like are supposed to be the next up, and we lose them too quick. So, I mean, it's like we're at a loss right now at the top. I feel like that as much as like God rest their souls, man. There's like opportunity for artists like me to step in, and with social media being the way that it is. And take some of that ownership and have some leverage in ways. I see that happening, and that's why I'm going so hard right now, because I'm just like, man, what can I do for myself, and then how can I build a community around me that can help other artists as well? And that's the ZAK G side and the Bridge Upstate side, and how they kind of coexist together. I think community is the future, and I think doing community online and then having real life events and how do you connect them together is huge. And so I just think this is the future: independent artistry, connecting, building community in real life, and then going back on the computer and having phone and having content around that is just like it's huge.
I think as soon as the artists know their digital community and they're trained to do that, I think that's when it's going to take over. Yeah, I see a lot of artists all over the place. Like, they want to be in this community, they want to be in the drill community, they want to be in the pop community, they want to be versatile. And I think since everything's with AI now and with the social media, there's no such thing as versatile when it comes to social media now, because you got to hit those communities. And I think the algorithm probably get confused to where, okay, you did a drill track, but now you on boom bap. Like, what are you doing? Like, you're confusing us. Like, we don't know where to go when you're finding your audience. And then AI come in and put some intelligence to it, and then it's gonna be all over the place with the algorithm now. So now it's I think that's what I think people need to know their community and stick with it.
Real. The algorithms really like repeat type things, if for better or for worse. Like, if I make a song and it works, don't reinvent the wheel and try to show off your versatility. And you have to be like, oh, I need to show all this side of me. Like, focus on that, make that perfect, and just keep hitting that hard, because the algorithm's going to love you. They know how to make sense of you. They're like, this guy makes this music. And I've seen it work time and time again. This indie artist that was my friend blew up on TikTok. He's got 2 million now. He's touring all around America. His name's Anise. And I mean, the big thing with him, I mean, he makes, indie pop bedroom. It's a little bit different. But he makes like the same sounding kind of music. He never tried to reinvent the wheel. I think it's a super important thing, a super important insight that you said, man. It's like, But grow yourself, learn the other pockets. You don't have to make a crazy jump. Slowly evolve your sound. Don't be, you know what I mean? You're not gonna have to be a whole different artist tomorrow. I know we get bored and stuff, but it's like, hit this pocket and hit it hard and show them why you're the best in this pocket.
That's right, and that pocket is the community, and that's real important. When you're an artist and you actually want to get a fan base and make money in your sleep. Because I tell a lot of artists, man, it's possible you can make 10 grand in your sleep in 1 week. It's possible. And you know what I mean? It's possible to make 10 grand in 1 month in this game. But long as you know your community and know your fan base, on top of doing what you're doing and being consistent, you know what I mean? So if you want to come out with a single every month or every week, if you said, like you said, stay in that pocket, stay in that lane, and you will. And you'll see that grow every month. So within the next 2 years, you can hit those numbers, or even sooner. You know, since we got AI now, that intelligence means it's intelligent. Intelligence is an IQ. It's pretty much a digital IQ.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know.
Yeah, and what I would say about that is, you said every week, every month, whatever. I would urge artists too, man. If I think we've been kind of told, like, hit the algorithm every week with a song. I think we're getting to the point now where it's like okay to step back, even month or 2 months, if it's quality music and if you're posting consistently on social media to keep promoting the songs you already have out. Like, you have a whole discography, right? And as you build it up, that just means more songs, which means more content, which means, dude, if I had a song go out 2 years ago and it still resonates today, why not make a throwback post about that song or make a new post about that song that was made 2 years ago? I mean, like, I think we disregard the fact that, like, we have a whole, catalog sometimes, or, how much we can go promoting one song. You can promote one song for 2 months until the next song comes out. It's like sometimes, and that's how I do it. That's how I've found a success. So sometimes I urge artists, like, man, the song a week might work for some, but like, if you feel overwhelmed by that, don't do a song a week. Just get your songs as good as they can be. Take the time to really get them sounding good.
That's right.
Put them out like that.
Yeah, I would say, it's good that you said throwback, because you know what I'm saying, because you probably said it because you have a fan base. But if somebody don't have a fan, they don't have at least 1,000 super fans, because you got super fans, then you got fans.
Yes.
And then you got followers.
Levels.
You know what I mean? But if you got 1,000 super fans, them super fans are the ones that break bread with you, buy your merch, put you on playlists, play you all the time, word of mouth you all the time. Go and buy tickets when you definitely doing a show, going to your events and all that. Then you can say throwback. You know what I mean? Then you can say this is a throwback video for my fans, because this is for the super fans. It's not for the fans or the followers. You know what I mean? But it's going to help them be like, okay, I didn't know that. Now let me go. And they might end up being a super fan. You know what I mean? Which is a good thing. So I know a lot of people always say that I hate when they post. It's the one thing I hate, and I know you probably hate this too. When this artist say, I got a hit on my hand. What? I don't even know you. I never heard of you. Drake can say that. Drake can actually say and get on social media and say, I got a hit on my hands and it's coming out tonight. I hate when I see artists say, I got a hit on my hands. You didn't market the last song you did, or the last song after that, or the last song after that. How is it?
I'm gonna be honest, you're calling me out right now. I say I'm guilty. I'm guilty, but I see what you're saying. I'm guilty of it, and I think I'm guilty of it because I'm in a more like it drives me sense. I see it in a different way. I'm like, I got a hit on my hands, which means it's destined to be a hit, which means I have to put the work into it to get it somewhere. So I see hit differently in my vocabulary.
I tell people, don't say that. I tell people to work towards that goal to be a hit. And once you get that plaque, right, or you're ready to buy your plaque for 1 million streams. Right now, it's an artist right now that I've been friends with and working with for a while, off and on. Lisa G. She got 1 million streams in 13 weeks off of her single, Boom Boom Baby. Now she can say that's a hit.
Yeah.
And 1 million streams in 13 weeks. You know
right.
what I mean?
No, you're right. And I guess now that I think of it, I don't tell people outside of my room that it's a hit. Like, I don't go publicly and be like, this is a hit, because that would look wrong. You're right. But in my head, I'm like,
but I see about 7 posters a day, not exaggerating at all, on Facebook, IG, I don't have a TikTok, thank God. You know what I mean? But on Facebook, the posts come up all the time. Like, I didn't even hear the last one you came out.
Yeah.
You said you had a song you performed. I seen the performance. Okay, it was tight. It wasn't whack. It was nice. It was off the chain. I love the performance. But, you know what I mean? That's my first time hearing it. But I don't see the engagement, even on your page on the outside looking in, that it's a hit. Like, you know, don't make the algorithm be a fool, because the algorithm will shut you down saying things. In the AI now, the seeing is hearing. Like, AI is hearing what I'm hearing now, and it's going to resonate into the engine to where it's going to mess up the opportunity for it to be a hit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So as soon as they type it in, oh, this is a hit, the algorithm see that, and the algorithm going to be like, I don't know you.
Yeah.
You know, you didn't do an ad. You ain't even investing in yourself. You ain't did an ad. You never did an ad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The algorithm know me because I spend money. I spend money on ads. I've been spending money on ads for 8 years straight. So me not even spending money on the ad for the last 4 months, the algorithm still know me, because guess what? Them other ads that I did that's on my page, the algorithm still moving even though the ad is done. Because people still liking it to this day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I get a new person on those ads that I did an ad for 8 months ago. That I get at least 2 or 3 people liking it or even sharing it every day.
Yes.
That let me know that the algorithm is still moving. You know what I mean? When you go to your notification, you see like, yeah, I posted that a long time ago. Who was that? She like that? Oh, I'm like, word? Like, I forgot about that post. It's still up. I thought I deleted it. Like, you know,
Yeah.
you know, that's when you know that the algorithm is working for you. That's when that stuff like that happens. These are the small things I talk about in my class and teach the artists how to really find their fan base. It's like, boom. But you, like I said, your content itself is going to get you to a level, not just because you're helping other people, but when you're ready for your next single, you will have a hit on your hands because of your content, what you're doing now.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate
it. Guarantee.
Thank you.
Guarantee. If you keep doing what you're doing right now, release something for the new year in 2024. I guarantee you might hit 1 million before Valentine's Day.
I appreciate that, man. It's all grounded in hard work and posting something every other day and not being afraid in the beginning to try things that weren't working. The only way you find something that works is to put it out and that's the initial conversation. Oh, but I don't know if this is good enough. People are going to judge me or whatever. You got to get past yourself and just be like, you know what? I don't care. Put it out there. I'm going to learn through the process. Trust the process. We hear it all the time, but you got it, man.
And your brand is up the chain. Google knows your brand. Google. When I Googled your name just to get a picture for this, the poster for this podcast.
Yeah.
You got, but I think it said 17 pages. On Google. So your brand is definitely crazy digitally. Digitally, your brand is stupid.
I didn't even know that. So you just gave me an insight on myself. The other thing that I'll give you is I make GIFs. I make GIFs of myself, just kind of like doing certain emotes that people can put up on their stories, use with content, whatever. I have 80 million GIF views.
Wow.
And that's the one insight that I never really say, because it's like, doesn't really help me with streams, doesn't really help me with follows. It's just this random thing I did one day because I was like, I would love to throw this on my story and like have cool little things to add to whatever, and other people can. And it turned into, I guess I used the right hashtags with my GIFs, and now every once in a while I'll have a buddy send me a viral TikTok. He's like, I have this one emote that's me going like this, and it's everywhere. That's the one that has like 40 million of the 80 million views of me doing this.
Yeah. Wow, that's a beast. I think Google picked that up too. I was strong looking for a good picture. They got, man, you guys take 17 something pages, man. You man, like you on stage. I think you was in somebody's music video somewhere. Like they had everything. I'm like, this dude digital brand is stupid. Like, because usually when I look for a picture of somebody, and because I usually ask for a picture, and lately I haven't. I just Google and get a picture and see if it come up, and then it might be like 2 or 3 pictures. Lately it's been every artist that I've and I've looked for a picture. You know, if I couldn't get, they didn't send me one. They only got like 6, 7 pictures show up on the Google, or maybe I may have to go on page 3 to find something or whatever. But
damn,
you're the
I'm looking.
first
I just googled it right now. I'm looking good, man.
Yeah. Your Google brand is stupid. Like if you do a Google ad, you will crush it. You will crush it because that algorithm on that Google ad is going to follow that fan base. Whoever's clicking on those pictures, whoever's doing whatever they're doing to look for you, all that stuff counts. And then you put your audience into your ad. Well, on top of it, that's going to help the algorithm more. Now AI connected to Google now too. Oh man, you finna blast off. It's a wrap. You already had the game. You didn't even realize it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you ahead of the game, man. Yeah, man. We could talk all day, man. Before we go, man, I got to say, we got to do this one time. I do this though. I always act artists this all the time on anybody that's on my show. Okay, let's give me your since you're an engineer and you're a producer. Let me give you your top 5 producers of all time.
Producer, Timbo, Pharrell. I mean, those guys I feel like are just untouchable in my mind. Like there's Primo, Hit Boy.
Ooh.
I mean, Hit Boy's just been consistent for so long, man, and you got to give him some.
Yeah, for the past what 5 years?
But like Kanye, I mean,
he's a no-brainer.
You know, but even like when I think of artist producers, it's hard for me to pick top 5 producers because it's just there's so many in like collaborations and stuff. But I think like really top 2 is Timbo and Pharrell, man. Those are guys are like they're gods.
You're gonna love the Timbo track he just produced for Conway. It's bananas.
I haven't heard it yet. I have to go listen.
If you following Conway, it'll pop up. Timbaland.
Yep.
You know he's live, and then Conway posted up the track that he produced for Conway, and I heard a piece of it today on IG, and I'm like, I can't wait to hear the whole song when it come out. But that's beat stupid. I'm like with Conway, like it's crazy. Like, dude, like you, a creator with words, but the creator of sound. It's like to put them two together, you finna cause a whole bomb in this hip hop culture doing that. Man. That's crazy. So Timbo.
Conway the Machine too, man. I mean,
shout out to Conway the Machine. That's my bro right there. Good people. You know what I mean? Now, give me your.
Sorry. Top 5 rappers. Yeah. Top 5 rappers. It's tough to pick. I mean, listen, it's tough for me because I think I put artists first because I'm just like Childish Gambino, Mac Miller, Tyler the Creator, Kendrick Lamar. I'm into the really like evolving art. Kanye. If we're talking like roots of me though, it's Andre 3000, 50 Cent, Eminem, Ludacris.
Ooh.
Lil Wayne, probably.
Ooh, I hear Ludacris in the top 5 in a while.
Luda was my favorite rapper growing up. There was nobody that topped Luda. All my friends knew, like, I'm bumping Luda always. He's at the New York State Fair tomorrow night.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, he gonna be in Syracuse. Oh, okay.
I'm not going up. I've seen him, like, live so many times, but Andre 3000, I should probably really say, if I think, like, the best rapper ever is Andre 3 Stacks, like, his lyricism is just insane, man. And
I'm a OG. My top 5 is different. Just recently, I just added maybe 2 new people to my top 5 in these past 10 years. But number 1 always will be Rakim for me.
Love it.
Rakim, God MC, and then of course the B.I.G. That's when I was in high school. B.I. was definitely the one that kept me grounded in the game. And then I had to go for top 5 Dead or Alive Jadakiss. You know what I mean? He definitely he did that versus. He just took over at versus, but they had the lot.
Crazy.
ZAK. He just demolished. I got to go. KRS One.
Sorry, say again.
I got to do KRS One.
KRS One, classic.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And then my 5th one always changed. I just pretty much add Conway into that. But if I ain't got Conway in there, and because how I feel, I put the L Cool J's, the Busta Rhymes. You know what I mean? People like that, Andre 3000, Luda. You know,
Yep.
any one of them could get that 5 spot. You know what I mean? But right now it's been Conway because he's been killing it for the past 3 years. He inspired me. Every time I hear him, man, my pen move. Every time I hear him, my pen move. I rap without a beat. Like I be writing stuff down, man. My pen move by itself. I don't know what I'm. You know, I know what I'm saying, but it's like I can't stop my hand from moving with the pen when I hear him, man. It's bananas.
I love that. You know, even you said Busta, man. I mean, another one, Break Your Neck was one of my very important like joints going early on, and there's just so much, man. There's so many good MCs, so much talent, so much versatility in the game. I love hip hop. You know what I mean? I think it's
I'm a hip hop head to the end, man. You know, in the 50 years, man, it's crazy. I didn't think that hip hop was going to go this far, as Biggie would say. I didn't think so. You know, and then I knew hip hop wasn't going nowhere when Down South got crazy in the 2000s. That's when I know it was here to stay. You know, Down South music really got me like, okay, this ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
You know, when I was hearing the Trillvilles and the Outcasts and the Dungeon Family and you know cats like that. Then the Soulja Boys came out. You know what I'm saying? They call that bubblegum rap music came out. You know, before the drill. I knew it wasn't going nowhere. When you got the kids involved and you got the high school kids going on with Soulja Boy, you know what I'm saying? You know, Superman, that hoe, it was a rap. I'm like, it ain't going nowhere. You know, then I heard the Futures and the Kendrick Lamar and the Doughboy Q's and the, you know what I mean? So it's like, come on, you know, we ain't going nowhere. You know, and then Lil Wayne put the ice on the cake when he took over the mixtape. Yeah. So you know, when Wayne came out in the Carter 3, I'm like, yeah, we here to stay. That's when I knew that we're going to be here forever. It's a wrap. But if the South, I think the South saved hip hop to me. In 2000, because they said hip hop was dead, the South kept it moving for the real hip hop heads to keep going.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
South got something to say, as Andre said at the awards.
That's what the awards in '97. That's what he said. Yeah, no, that was in '95.
Got you.
Was it '95? Yeah. So when he said that, and then you know, and then what? 4 or 5 years later, the South did take over. You know, and I moved down south in '99, right when it was Glass and All, you know, right before the crunk music came. So I was there during the growth of it, man, and I seen it grow. I might not was there when they planted the seed, but I was definitely there when they was watering it. That's for sure. Yeah, you know, I was definitely around the community, and it's so crazy going to different clubs. And just seeing people walking around like people see in New York City back in the day, where you can see El Cool J going to the store, you can see Busta Rhymes going into the mall, and you can see Coogee rap on the block. You know what I mean? Like that's how it was now. So I could see everybody just around with no security, just chilling. Like you know what I mean? And that it was a different feeling for me. It was a different.
Let's hope we can get something back like that, man. Because I feel like I don't know if it's the same in Buffalo, but in Syracuse, man, like a lot of our heroes that do get out of here, they don't come back much. You know what I mean? So
I think only person they don't come back much. Yeah, last time I seen Tom Cruise come back to his hometown is when they named the street after him out there. That's
it.
Yeah, they got it. What is downtown Syracuse? They got a street name after him.
They got something.
Cruise Boulevard or something like that.
For sure. Yeah. But I mean, you gotta have like cool things to come back to, man. I'm excited for this Bridge Upstate thing because it's like it gives people reason to be up here to rap, to have a movement going. And this is where things start that it's like, oh, something's happening upstate. Oh, upstate's got something to say. Just circle it around.
We do.
And all of a sudden, like you said, how does that bring business? How does that make it be like, I gotta be up there because that's where things are happening. Yeah. That's kind of my master plan with this. I in tandem connect all these, Western New York, Buffalo, with Syracuse, with Rochester, Albany. We've been disconnected for too long. Let's use the internet as a tool to bring people together with events, to meet in person, and then be digitally connected. And I just think it's a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah, man, just miss it, man. Let tell you something. I got your back. Anybody that's connected with me got your back. 716 Live got your back. Even Rush Network got your back. So anytime you got something going on in events, don't be afraid to drop a flyer off in the email, inbox, whatever you got going on. We'll definitely help push your movement because you got something heavy for the upstate, man, and we got your back, man. And you know what I'm saying? So you just keep us informed and don't be afraid to reach out. You know what I'm saying? You know, don't forget to reach out to me on my regular page for anything, for a feature, anything. It's nothing. I got you. You know what I mean? So definitely, man. I definitely appreciate you being on this platform, man. We had a good conversation. I had fun. Nice meeting you. We gonna always keep in touch, and I'm always gonna push things and let people know to come through. You know what I mean? On the knife, I'm gonna keep on pushing the flyer and the content, let people know that this is gonna get bigger and better. And then I can't wait to see this thing blast off into the millions. You know what I mean? Where you have the whole upstate locked down, people all over the world flying in at the airport. You know what I mean?
That's it, man. That's it. Let's let the floodgates through, baby.
yeah. Come through to where there ain't no flights left. You know, all hip hop heads, you know, on the plane coming to the event. You know what I mean? The cycle. Yep. You know what I mean? You might have to change to the king and queen cypher or something because it's gonna be crazy. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Joker,
you know,
I love it, man. Yes, sir.
Celebrate 50 years of hip hop here on the Evening Rush Network. I definitely appreciate everybody tuned in. We definitely gonna get out of here, man. And because I know I got some work and grind to do. I got to do the morning show tomorrow morning on 716 Live Radio. Make sure everybody tune to 716 Live Radio in the mornings at 7 to 8 a.m. Eastern Time on 716live.com. Listen to the radio, tune in. We definitely have a good time. We got good conversation, good music. We got some music views tomorrow on 716 Live Radio. And you know, have coffee with us in the morning. Say good morning and all that, man. We gonna get up out of here. This is your boy, the Joker over the MC. This is my man, ZAK G from Syracuse. And we'll holler at you, man. No doubt, man. Stay on, ZAK, man. We gonna chop it up, big dog.